morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Austin Daly.
And I'm Connor Bentwood. During the November election, Measure D passed, meaning that Roseville High School will be given around $13 million for facilities and updating current infrastructure. We go to Jake Lucasso with more on the story.
Roseville High School is beginning the planning of the construction of a new gym and girls' locker room complex.
The big project at Roseville is a small gym, girls' locker room complex. So, and we're just in the beginning process right now of gathering school people together, and we'll be consulting with kids, parents, alumni, and everybody else about what we want the new facility to look like.
The location, timeline, and cost of construction for the gym will decide how, where, and when the remaining funds are spent.
What we don't want to do is do a bunch of smaller projects that all of a sudden, when we're ready for the gym, they say, oh, there's not enough money to do the gym. That's why we got to get hey, what's a new gym going to cost? What's this going to look like? How far do we want to go with this? New locker room, where are we going to put it?
Measure D also provides funding for the construction of a 6th high school for the Roseville Joint Union High School District. $30 million will be spent on the construction of the 6th high school. The new high school will open its doors August of 2020 for 9th and 10th graders.
The junior prom dance will have a major change this year compared to past years. We go to Zoe Stevens with more on the story.
Students voted in a student government Twitter poll and chose to not have a DJ and instead use a student-made playlist.
So that's something we're just going to try out. If it works out well and students like the dance even without the DJ, then that allows us possibly for future dances to repurpose that money, and instead of paying up to $1,500 for a DJ and equipment, we could buy our own equipment or rent extra equipment to enhance the overall dances that we do.
Money is raised for the junior ball and senior prom by ticket sales and the crab feed, which is hosted by the junior and senior classes.
The money that they raise by helping be servers, helping set up, and helping with the desserts, they get tips for that, and 100% of the money that they make for that goes to their class and for their class activities.
ASB Junior President Claire Leach expects that the money normally used to pay the DJ can be used to improve the dance decor.
So then our decorations can be better and ticket prices could eventually be lower.
Junior Clayton Stauffer has mixed feelings on not having a DJ.
It's going to be different for sure, but the DJs haven't really been good recently, so I feel like it's going to be good for the students to be able to kind of just make a playlist with songs they want. Yes, it's going to be cool to not have a DJ, but at the same time DJs bring cool energy and vibes to the dance.
If you would like to contribute to the playlist, message the class account on Twitter. Junior prom nominations are March 2nd through March 8th. Pick up a nomination form in 606 starting on the 2nd.
As a reminder, this Tuesday is the last day to turn in applications for local scholarships. Now we go to Jason Russell for sports.
Good morning and welcome to an all-new edition of EOTSN. I'm Jason Russell. 4 first-round playoff games were played earlier this week, 2 by the boys and girls varsity basketball teams and 2 by the boys and girls varsity soccer teams. Here's a recap of the first round for all 4 teams. Kicking it off, we have the boys varsity soccer team who played at home against Rodriguez last Tuesday. The final score was 3-1 with 2 goals coming from Austin Wenner and 1 coming from Bradley Morin. Next up, we have the girls varsity soccer team who played against River City last Wednesday. The final score was 5-2, and the biggest news coming out of that game, besides the win, was sophomore Mackenzie Gill scored a hat trick in the game. The other 2 goals scored from Roseville came from Jessica Vanderhagen and Kelsey Gill. Moving on to basketball, the girls varsity basketball team dominated Lodi in a game that after the first quarter was never close. The girls ended up winning with the final score of 74-34. Virtually everyone on Roseville scored, while almost nobody on Lodi's team scored. Lodi never looked comfortable in their offense as Roseville continually applied pressure all night long. With a fast-paced offense and some lights-out shooting, the Roseville girls varsity basketball team cruised into the second round. And lastly, the boys varsity basketball team played last Wednesday and lost to Yuba City. And that's it on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. Now we go to entertainment.
Late Wednesday night, a prologue short video came out for Alien Covenant. And no, this movie will not be about this famous alien, but instead, this movie will be another installment in the Alien franchise. And this time, director Ridley Scott is back to helm the film. This movie has a great cast consisting of Michael Fassbender, Danny McBride, James Franco, and Catherine Watterson. This video was a great marketing tool for the makers of the movie, as you can see a kind of deleted scene, but in all reality this happens before the madness of them waking up on a new planet, and we get to see all the crew of the Covenant happy, laughing, and drinking it up before they enter their cryo sleep. And of course we get a lot of homages to the original Alien as one of the crew members starts choking, and as an eerie score plays in the background. As I was watching this, I thought she was about to cough up an alien, but thankfully Michael Fassbender's character comes in and she gives her a hard pat on the back and everything was okay. This prologue trailer, which is titled The Last Supper, in homage to the famous Leonardo da Vinci painting, shows how this may be the last time we see all the crew on the Covenant safe before they land in the new colony and in true alien style get killed off very viciously. This short video definitely got my attention and makes me want to see the movie. That's it, and now we go back to news.
Thanks, Preston. Roseville High School's robotics team went to a tournament this past weekend. We go to Will Wagner with the story.
RHS science teacher John Fuller and his robotics team earned first place at the FTC regional tournament this past weekend.
Well, I had them essentially, they built a robot based upon the game rules. Each year they create a new game design, and so their goal is to essentially build a robot that accommodates the game design. So I didn't really do much to prepare them. They really go out and they build the robot to the best of their abilities, and they do the coding, they do everything, and like I said, it's all based on the game design.
The team is a part of the top 2 in the state and plans to advance to their next competition in Washington.
Yes, so they won so they are like the top team right now. They are one of 2 teams that are the top teams in Northern California, and so they will be moving on to the West Coast regional tournament up in Tacoma, Washington, which is basically all the top teams in Oregon, Washington, California, Nevada, Idaho, all the western states.
Fuller appreciates the experience his team has and is excited on what's to come.
Some of these guys have been in the club for 3 years, and so they have a lot of experience. And so I'm very proud that they were able to just basically design a robot that it scores, that's very capable at scoring and is very competitive.
Junior Garrett Smith is proud of his team's accomplishments this school year.
I'm proud of my team because we worked really well together. Based on how small our team was, we beat a lot of much larger teams in the area.
Sign up for the junior class crab feed on the junior class Twitter at 2018 RHS Tigers. There are currently 30 juniors signed up, and student government needs 80 to 100 in order to successfully fundraise for prom.
A quick correction from last week's show. In our Linnea Festival story, we said that it was the drama program's second year attending the event, but it was actually the drama program has been attending the event for over 60 years. It was Miss White's second year attending. And that's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.